Top of the morning to you, laddies. What is up, guys? It is your boy Scooter Brad coming at you with episode number 71 of Scoot Review. Let's go.
But behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
If you didn't know, I'm doing a giveaway on Instagram right now. I'm giving away this sweet ass headset here from Infinity Scooter Parts. You need to go over to my Instagram, repost the photo that I've posted with the hashtag Winfinity. You need to tag myself and Infinity Scooter Parts. Go over to my latest YouTube video, the one before this one, and leave your Instagram name in the comment section to be in the draw to win this headset. I've also got another headset of the same kind to give away in a different color, so after we've finished up this giveaway, I will give away the next headset in a different sort of platform, in a different sort of way. But anyway, guys, don't forget to leave a like on today's video. If you do end up enjoying it today, subscribe if you haven't already, join the notification squad, leave a reply down in the comment section. With that all being said, let's get right into the scootering news. First topic on today's show is that Root Industries is dropping a brand new fork. They're calling it the Air Fork, which kind of correlates with the Air Ride wheels as well. I've got some real life photos of the fork right here in my hand. They kind of look like Nathan Flamingo forks, and I'll get to that in a second. But as you can see here, there is a cutout in both faces of the fork on both sides, and there is a Root Industries logo at the top there by the headset. If you're wondering what wheels these are, yes, these are prototype Root Industry Air Ride V2s, I'm assuming. They have hexagon cutouts to make them extremely light, but I'm not sure if they'll ever make it to the market because they don't look very strong at all. The deck is also a Root Industries prototype at this point. This deck will probably come out on the market shortly after the fork arrives, but I wish I had got a photo of the bottom of this deck because it is 100% flat on the bottom. No grind rails, no nothing, just flat metal on the bottom. So back to the fork, you can see here that they have a very strong resemblance to the Flamingo fork, and apparently the designers behind the Flamingo fork actually kind of snaked Root Industries with the release of their fork. Now, I'm not dogging on anyone because I don't know the full story, but I am saying that the designer who designed the Root Industry fork also designed the Nathan Flamingo fork. That is probably why they have so much of a high resemblance, and the Nathan Flamingo fork was released first. Some people are saying that Root Industries might take a hit because the Flamingo fork was released earlier. I think sales-wise, Root Industries is going to have the upper hand. They're going to sell more of these forks, but the Nathan Flamingo fork is, I think, going to be cheaper than the Root Industries one. And obviously, Root Industries is stepping up to the plate as well because I know Dylan Connell is an absolutely insane rider. The other day, he actually front flipped like a 14 set during the Brisbane Street Jam hosted by Syndicate, and it was absolutely nuts to watch. I watched it live on the live stream. If you guys want to check it out, you can do that on the Syndicate Street Store Facebook page. Second news topic on today's show is that Ethic is dropping more and more photos of their 12 series new range of parts. Right here, we've got the 6001 bearing, which is the stronger bearing, 3.5 times stronger than any ordinary scooter bearing. They are slightly larger in diameter, and they fit into these Calypso 125mm wheels. Some really big wheels, man. They're looking absolutely nice. Nice. Really cool 5-spoke design here with a few different colorways. We got black, chrome, red, and blue. To fit these onto the decks, they're going to have the 12mm standard axles. Now, we've pretty much got some pegless fork axles, 1 peg fork axle, 2 peg fork axle, pegless deck axle, 1 peg deck axle, and 2 pegs deck axle. So they've got an axle in every single size, fit perfectly to run all the Ethic parts together, which is really, really convenient for those of you who are trying to run 2 pegs on 1 axle. Speaking of pegs, we've got the 12mm standard alu peg. Now these come in 2 different lengths. We've got the long ones for the forks and then the short shotgun looking pegs for the back of the deck. For the forks, these are the 12mm Nemesis forks. They look like a small step up from the Ethic Mirror fork with a new printed graphic on the fork tube. And finally, the deck. This is the Iconoclast. This is like an upgraded Pandemonium with heaps of great new features. The first thing I want to point out is the new built-in spaces. Obviously, Ethic has done built-in spaces before, but never quite like this. Now they're big enough to cover the bearings of the 6001 sizing. This means that not only you're going to get more protection for your bearings, it will also mean that you can keep your wheels nice and dialed if you run them tight. The brake has a new mounting system with only one 5mm bolt from what I can see. They've made the extrusion perfect to be able to fit the pegs. A lot of decks require DIY spaces and stuff like that to actually run pegs on the rear unless the pegs were made by the same company. These look to be quite universal. It doesn't look like the deck extrusion is going to get in the way of any pegs that you want to run on the rear of the deck. Looking at the head tube, it's just an upgraded Pandemonium really. It's got brand new etching, and instead of 2 holes, there is now 3. The front end itself doesn't look to be any different from the Pandemonium. The extrusion is roughly the same, and the cutout on the front is also very similar to the Pandemonium. I personally cannot wait to try it out. I want to get my hands on some new Ethic gear to see what it's like in the 12mm standard. I want to check out the wheels, the pegs, and just the ultimate feel of like how much a bigger scooter really changes how you're riding. Anyway, moving on from that, the third news topic on today's show is that Dylan Morrison is finally now back riding. He had keyhole surgery on his knee to remove his meniscus, which is a tissue inside of the knee joint that was causing him a lot of problems. You might have seen during Pro Series, he was wearing a knee brace. If you didn't know what that was about, that was his meniscus issue. I think it's funny how D. Morris can just come straight out of surgery and be doing tricks like what you're seeing right now with like no recovery whatsoever. I mean, he was even riding with the knee brace itself. He must have been busting through a lot of pain. Riding with an injury is one of the worst setbacks that you can have. Like, it's so annoying having a broken toe or a sore arm or a sore shoulder or something like that when you're trying to ride. All you want to do is ride at your full potential, but you can't because this injury is holding you back. So it's good to see D. Morrison back on a scoot and in full form. Hopefully we'll see him back on the podium very shortly. The fourth news topic on today's show, the Envy Holotech wheels. Now, a lot of people have been freaking out about this. You've been tagging me in all sorts of Envy posts on Instagram and Facebook saying, Scooter Brad, look, they're copying Root Industries. No, that is most certainly not the case. Now, I know a bit of the backstory behind this. From my understanding, Eagle were the first people to do it. Eagle Sport did Holotech SIGs for Cody Donovan, for Rory Coe, and a bunch of other people. Benjamin Frayne as well had them. They were in my top 5 best scooter wheels video. You can check that out if you want to in the description. But to get back on track, basically Eagle did it first, and then basically Root Industries took the design a few years later and recycled it, and it became extremely popular. It really caught on with Root Industries, and now the design is not patented by any specific company. Anybody can make these wheels. Sacrifice is now doing it, and now Envy's jumping on board as well. You could argue that Infinity wheels and Elite wheels look slightly similar as well, but it's really just the technology. The Holotech wheel isn't really much of a design, it's more of the technology that sits inside the design itself. Personally, I just think it's a little bit weird how everybody is recycling the same design, but I mean, it's each to their own. If the wheels are popular, I guess that's what they got to do to make sales. So it's really up to each individual company on what designs they want to use on their completes and their aftermarket parts. It's up to them, it's not up to me. So can everybody please stop trying to tag me in Envy posts saying, expose Envy, they copied Root Industry wheels. Because they didn't. Okay, calm down. The fifth and last topic on today's show is that Kota Schuetz has got a brand new app. Kota dropped a trailer for his brand new app a few weeks ago, but it didn't really pop off as much as he would have hoped. Kota just broke over 100,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel, but apparently his view to sub ratio isn't all that good. So if you guys are an active subscriber on Kota's channel, whenever Kota posts a new video, you need to go and watch it if you're an active sub. If you're not, then, well, I mean, you're kind of just letting him down, really. Kota's definitely put in a lot of hard work over the years to make himself a big name, and now he's dropping this new app. He's obviously put a lot of work into it, so I'm sure he wants his fans to appreciate the amount of effort that he's put into making this app for you guys. Now, I checked out the trailer for this app, and there's a few things in there that I don't specifically agree with. I think it's a great idea that he's pushing a brand new app. He's trying to target a lot of advertisers to make some money on his new app, obviously. Because it's a free app, he wants to make money to pay for it with advertising and stuff like that, which is completely normal and okay, but I think I'm going to do a second, more in-depth video of the Kota app. I think there's a lot of stuff in this trailer that is said to make it sound better, but ultimately is not really all that accurate. And you guys will understand what I mean when we get into that more into depth video. But anyway, if you want to check out the app, I'll put the links to it on Google Play and the App Store down in the description so you can download it and check it out. But that's pretty much it for the news today, guys. Don't forget to add me on Snapchat, follow me on Instagram, subscribe to the channel, hit up the Facebook group Scoot Review. Every post has to be approved by the admin, which is me. Only the best scootering content gets posted on the page. That is it for today's Scoot Review. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Finna SB, Scooter Brad. The part 2 of the top 10 will be out tomorrow, and hopefully I'll have Setup Wars out the next day. My schedule is crazy right now. I've got the product review to drop tomorrow. I've got the top 10 part 2 dropping the next day, and hopefully Setup Wars will be after that. I keep pushing back Setup Wars. I know, I'm so sorry. I keep pushing back Setup Wars, but it's just, I've got so much on my plate right now, so hopefully you guys can work with me on that one. Just, there's a video every day. That's the upside, right? You guys want daily uploads? I got them. You want them? You got them. But anyway, thank you guys again so much for watching. It's been your boy SB. I'll see you guys in the next video.
But behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.